Before this video starts, I'd just like to make an announcement. I have the Liberal Tears mug for $14.99 on my website. It is the first link in the description if you want to go pick one up. Don't worry if it breaks when it comes to your house. I'll send you another one for free out of my pocket. I don't care. I want you to get your Liberal Tear mug. It comes in Liberal Tears white with the face, black with the face, white without the face, and black without the face. So pick whichever one you want, and it'll come to your door in about 3 to 5 days. So that should be epic. First link in the description. Thank you. Let's go on with the video.
This burden. You can't overcome where you started in life because there's this giant bear out there called white privilege that's trying to eat you. And even if you make the right decisions, this is what's so crippling about the white privilege discussion. Even if you make the right decisions in life, even if you do the right things, not the wrong things in life, you still won't succeed because there's this monster on your back called white privilege. And that is a lie. That is an absolute outright lie. In general, in America, the freest country ever conceived by man or implemented by his hands, okay, there's another reason that some people fail and some people succeed, because some people make better decisions than other people, and some values are better than other values. Perhaps equality of opportunity only exists so long as people are willing to take advantage of those opportunities. It turns out that's the truth. White privilege isn't reality. It's a cowardly way, a chicken way, to blame someone else for your failures to live up to decent, responsible standards. Whites are not born with a genetic predisposition to doing the right, responsible thing. They're not born into an arbitrary moral system that only benefits whites. There are 3 simple life rules, actually. If you want to avoid permanent poverty in the United States, according to the Brookings Institute, which is the left-leaning institute, you only have to do 3 things to avoid permanent poverty in the United States. Very simple. Graduate high school, get a job, don't have babies before you're married. That's it. You just do those 3 things, you will not be permanently poor in the United States of America. So here's the truth, okay? There is certain privilege, but it's what I like to call decision privilege. Certain decisions are going to privilege you and your children. You're going to have a better life if you pay attention to these things, and they're things that are in your control or in your control on behalf of your children. For example, it turns out the greatest privilege in American life is not white privilege. You want to talk about being born into privilege. The greatest privilege in American life is being born into a 2-parent family. And that's true for every race. This has nothing to do with race. For example, the poverty rate among 2-parent black families in the United States is 7%. 7. The poverty rate among single white mothers is 22%. What happened to white privilege? Why aren't those single white mothers doing better than the 2-parent black families? I mean, did they stop being white when they got knocked up or what? Okay, the fact is that if you have babies before you are married, you are more likely to be poor, and it is the single greatest predictor of intergenerational poverty. This is called decision privilege. Okay, here's another decision privilege. I like to call it the not committing crimes privilege. The higher criminality rate in the black community is not the result of some evil white system of skin privilege. It's the result of individuals being criminals. If you don't want to go to jail for murder, I have a quick and handy rule. Don't kill anyone. Here's the fact about that supposedly evil justice system, that evil racist justice system. It actually statistically under-prosecutes murder in minority communities because minority communities are under-policed. When the police do come into contact with black people to take the disgusting Black Lives Matters lie, police are less likely statistically to kill black people than white people in the same circumstances, according to Professor Peter Moskos of the John Jay College of Criminal Justice at CUNY. As early as 1994, the DOJ surveyed felony cases in the country's 75 largest urban areas and found lower felony prosecution rates for blacks than for whites. A deadly force lab study from Washington State University in the last couple of years found that participants were biased in favor of black suspects, not against them, in favor of them in simulated threat scenarios. In 2015, the DOJ analyzed the Philadelphia Police Department. They found that white officers were less likely than black or Hispanic officers to shoot unarmed black suspects. A widely publicized survey that just came out, a study that just came out from Harvard professor Roland Fryer in July 2016, surveyed over 1,000 police shootings and found that black suspects are shot significantly less often than white suspects in comparable situations. Fryer, for what it's worth, is black. In 2015, the cops shot 987 people. A huge majority of those people were armed or threatening deadly force. Blacks represented 26% of the people who were shot, even though blacks represent in the United States nearly 50% of all murder suspects. Police officers are 18.5 times more likely to be shot by a black male than an unarmed black male is likely to be killed by police. Okay, how about the white privilege of stop and frisk? You hear this one all the time, right? There's white privilege that tends to stop and frisk, driving while black. In New York City, Minorities keep running into cops because minorities keep committing an outsized share of crimes. The stop and frisk fiasco in New York City, where Bill de Blasio, the moron mayor, thinks stop and frisk is evidence of racism. From January to June 2008, 98% of all gun assailants in New York City were Hispanic or black. Stop and frisk in that city statistically under-targeted minorities. Only 85% of the people stopped and frisked were Hispanic or black. If there's white privilege, if there is, it's in over-policing white communities. Black communities don't need fewer cops, they need more cops to stop the crime. That's exactly what Black Lives Matter will never allow, and more black people will die because of it. How about pulling people over for speeding, driving while black? The DOJ and the New Jersey Attorney General commissioned a study in the 1990s after the DOJ accused the New Jersey Highway Patrol of being biased against black folks. And what they found is that black people sped disproportionately. Blacks were 25% of all speeders. They were pulled over 23% of the time. How about sentencing disparities? You hear this one a lot too, and the one that people normally cite is the disparity between crack cocaine sentencing and powder cocaine sentencing. The idea being white people do powder and black people do crack, and therefore black people who go to prison for longer sentences because of crack, that's racism in the criminal justice system. This neglects a few things. One, crack is more addictive than powder cocaine. Two, it's easier to distribute than powder cocaine. Three, the lead sponsor of all of the legislation with regard to crack cocaine and increased sentencing in the 1980s were black legislators from the inner cities who are sick of watching their cities become prey to the crack epidemic. If you want to compare white and black drug crime laws, then why not use solid substances like crystal meth? 80% of the people arrested for crystal meth charges are white. The sentences for crystal meth per ounce are exactly the same, identical to those for crack cocaine. By the way, the idea that the jails are filled with black and Hispanic people because of the war on drugs, it's not true. Just 16% of state prisoners were convicted for drug offenses. Most of the drug offenses involve distribution. Only 3.6% of state prisoners are in for simple drug possession, and that's typically not a guy in his dorm room smoking a bong. That's typically some guy who's out distributing and then pled down to a simple drug possession charge and ended up in jail. But all of this is white privilege. You can't explain any of these disparities with simple logic like I just did or with facts like I just did. It's all white privilege. It's just out there. It's the evil white guy. You can't point to the evil white guy, but it's the evil white guy. When Baltimore, when it riots, and it's largely black, and has a majority-minority police force, and a black police chief, and a black mayor, and a black city council, and a black president, and a black attorney general, when it burns itself up because a black guy gets killed by several police officers, several of whom are black, that's white privilege. And if we're going to be fair about privilege, if we're going to talk about the people who are really privileged in the United States, perhaps we ought to start with the Asians, the nefarious Asians, right? Because the fact is that the evil, terrible Asians have been schlonging us all, as Donald Trump might put it. Asians do better on standardized tests. They have to do better on standardized tests in order to get into college. A Princeton University study from a few years ago showed that blacks receive a bonus of 230 points on the SATs. This is back in the days when it was out of 1,600. Versus their competitors, Asians received a penalty of 50 points. And they deserve it, right? I mean, they really do. I mean, we really know.
So you spoke a little bit about decisions, which, yeah, especially in college, we understand the difference of decision making. My question is, you were raised in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Where did you grow up in Los Angeles?
Burbank in North Hollywood.
Okay. And what high school did you graduate from?
I went to a private high school.
Called?
It was called Yeshiva University of Los Angeles, private Jewish high school.
Do you know the demographics of the high school?
Upper class, and wholly Jewish. It was a Jewish high school.
Yeah. 91% white, I believe, if not higher.
It's not, I mean, just statistically, it's not possible for it to be 100% or higher.
Bitch, I play no games with you. What you talking about?
But beyond that, Jews are not all white, just so you know. In fact, half of Jews are Middle Eastern.
I'm not saying that it's 91%. I'm not talking about whether the Jews or not.
I'm married to a non-white Jew.
Okay.
Right, she's Moroccan.
So, and you went to a couple different colleges?
Mm-hmm. Well, I went to one, and then I went to law school, yeah.
Did you have to work in high school?
I did, let's see, did I have a job in high school? No.
Okay.
No.
And did you put yourself through college?
Yes.
Fully?
I paid my own way in college.
Good for you.
Is this going anywhere, or at the end you bring out my family and this is where is your life?
Hey, you fucking
My parents made a lot of very good decisions to give me a better life. I hope to make very good decisions to give my child a better life. I hope that you would personally make very good decisions to give yourself a very good life. Would you? Well, this question has now gone on longer than speech, so if you would like to get to the question mark, I'd be happy.
Sorry, you kind of interrupted me, so I'm trying to remember so I can say it clearly so you can understand what I'm trying to ask.
We're still here. Go ahead.
A lot of people are murdered by the United States military for this country. How many fucking countries are we occupying right now?
Answer that.
For that flag.
Answer that.
How many Native Americans died for that flag?
Answer that.
How many? How many? Answer.
Fuck genocide.
You're real quiet now. We're talking about genocide. We're talking about colonialism.
Genocide?
Genocide.
How many people died installing communism in Russia?
What the fuck does that have to do with that flag?
How many people are dying right now because of our tax dollars, huh? How many people are dying right now because of our tax dollars? No,
Genocide. This country is based on
Answer the
genocide.
question. How many people
You're a
have
black
our
man
tax
standing with these
dollars?
white supremacists. You're standing with Nazis, bro. You're standing with Nazis.
This is peaceful. We fought against the natives. We fought against the natives. We fought against
Nazis. You're a fucking Nazi. You're a fucking Nazi. Say you're not. Then why are you acting like one? Why are you acting like one?
You wouldn't know what a Nazi was.
Why are you acting like a fucking Nazi then? It's you, bro. Why are you here supporting Trump? Why do you support Trump? Answer
You're a fucking
that.
idiot. You're an idiot.
Why do you support Trump? Why do you support Trump? Why do you support Trump?
My throat is, you got a bottle of water?
Why do you support Trump?
If you guys, hang on a second.
I'm listening.
If you guys want,
I'm listening.
very funny. We fought against race.
really? Watch out, Ed. No, fuck that.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Oh, get the hell out. We don't support fascism here. We are not for fascism. Trump is fascism. Trump is fascism. Nazis, racists, KKK. Nazis, racists, KKK. Trump's a Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist,
Liberal and
KKK.
loving right here. Yeah, these eggs being thrown on the floor, it's because they love us. Don't you guys get it? They love Trump supporters. That's why they beat you up. That's why they fucking don't beat. Wow, that's not
Nazis,
hypocritical.
racist, KKK.
God, man, you kidding me?
Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK.
Peaceful protest. This is what peaceful protesting is right here.
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Why are you wearing that?
Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump!
Sell out! Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! Yo, real quiet now. What happened? What happened?
Oh, he said what happened?
I don't know. You guys
He
got
said what
fucking
happened?
eggs.
Nigga, all you motherfuckers get drafted, nigga. You gonna get drafted, nigga? Or you gonna run your ass like you're gonna get drafted?
I don't want to serve your face. I don't want to serve your face, man.
When it's time to get drafted, nigga, you feel me? Fight for your fucking country, nigga. You gonna be forced to, nigga. When it's time to get drafted, nigga. Straight up, nigga.
Oh, you can throw eggs though, right? Oh, you're not throwing eggs? Why is your face covered up then?
Because their people are gonna get me and they're gonna lock me up. Yes. Those fucking pigs out there. Those fucking pigs out there. They're gonna arrest me. They wanna arrest you because you're Trump supporters.
Yeah, thank you. Show your faces.
Say hello.
Show your faces.
Say hello.
Here's a real
Say hello.
What's up?
Say hello, brother.
I'm
wearing a hood. They love you. Wow. Calm down. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's assault, buddy. Don't fuck you. We just saw you pushing, man.
I'm a 17-year-old girl. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Bitch, do something, bitch.
What you guys stand for? This is peaceful protest.
Yeah,
they're lovely. I got pushed.
You're a bitch.
I got pushed.
You're a bitch.
Actually, you guys are
Would you die for your right to speak like this?
Would you die for our right to speak like this? I actually fought for your right to speak like this.
We don't have any rights.
You have the right to stand here and do this, don't you? And so do I. And so do I. Fuck you. Fuck you.
¡Es por la raza! ¡Es por la raza, puto! ¡Viva la raza, güey! ¡Fuck capitalism! ¡Fuck capitalism! Yeah! ¡Fuck you! Hello, everyone! Hey, I'm just stopping by to remind you that liberals are insane! Social justice warriors are becoming more violent and triggered than ever before. Anyways, be sure to subscribe to KGP TV on YouTube and have a blessed day. Yeah, man.
Right things, not the wrong things in life, you still won't succeed because there's this monster on your back called white privilege, and that is a lie. That is an absolute outright lie. In general, in America, the freest country ever conceived by man or implemented by his hands, okay, there's another reason that some people fail and some people succeed, because some people make better decisions than other people, and some values are better than other values. There are 3 simple life rules, actually. If you want to avoid permanent poverty in the United States, according to the Brookings Institute, which is the left-leaning institute, you only have to do 3 things to avoid permanent poverty in the United States. Very simple. Graduate high school, get a job, don't have babies before you're married. That's it. You just do those 3 things, you will not be permanently poor in the United States of America. So here's the truth, okay? There is certain privilege, but it's what I like to call decision privilege.
Before this video starts, I'd just like to make an announcement. I have the Liberal Tears mug for $14.99 on my website. It is the first link in the description if you want to go pick one up. Don't worry if it breaks when it comes to your house. I'll send you another one for free out of my pocket. I don't care. I want you to get your Liberal Tear mug. It comes in Liberal Tears white with the face, black with the face, white without the face, and black without the face. So pick whichever one you want, and it'll come to your door in about 3 to 5 days. So that should be epic. First link in the description. Thank you. Let's go on with the video.
This burden. You can't overcome where you started in life because there's this giant bear out there called white privilege that's trying to eat you. And even if you make the right decisions, this is what's so crippling about the white privilege discussion. Even if you make the right decisions in life, even if you do the perhaps equality of opportunity only exists so long as people are willing to take advantage of those opportunities. It turns out that's the truth. White privilege isn't reality. It's a cowardly way, a chicken way, to blame someone else for your failures to live up to decent, responsible standards. Whites are not born with a genetic predisposition to doing the right, responsible thing. They're not born into an arbitrary moral system that only benefits whites.